Over the years, we've had, our infrastructural needs, more specifically the landfill, our solid waste, and the wastewater, which is our sewer department. We are behind. In both of those areas, we are way behind. And it's going to take extreme amounts of money to get those entities up to speed. Let me just start with the landfill, because my fear, and I've said this for many years, is that Kekaha landfill will fill up before we have the new landfill ready to accept trash. And that is a major concern of mine. And, this has been my priority. I can remember from my first time I ran in 1998, and again in 2002, and every single election since then, I've made a very strong argument with the mayor. We need to work on our landfill because it's going to fill up, and we don't have anywhere to go. And right now, as I have been advocating for the last several years, is we need to find an alternative to a landfill. We live on an island. We have limited space. Decisions cannot be made for the next 4 years or 8 years of a mayor's term. It has to be made for generations to come. And if you think that way, then landfills are not the answer, because we will run out of space. There are technologies out there today that can take care of our trash. We can convert the trash to energy, to fuels, biofuels, very clean energy, and we need to pursue that. We need to pursue that now. And I plan to, immediately upon taking office, is to pursue that option and start looking at the technologies so that we can get that implemented before Kekaha fills up. It's going to take a long time to get the permitting and construction of a new landfill, much less with an alternative technology of solid waste disposal. And that is key. My plan is to get that done within the next 5 years, to get the plant up and running, turning our trash into energy, which is the best renewable source I can think of, regardless of what it is. And also what that would do is reduce the need for a super landfill. There will be residue, there will be ash that has to come out of that plant, but probably 9 to 10% of the volume of the trash. So if you think about it, your landfill can be 10% the size of what we're planning, or it would last 90 times longer. So that's just the direction we gotta go. The sewer systems here, again, with the new federal laws that constantly change, we have sewer plants that we need to relocate. We have sewer plants that we need to bring up to standard. What we've been doing is we've been doing the Band-Aid fixes, spending a lot of money to keep it working, but it's not, we're not getting any closer to compliance with the laws, and we need to start thinking about that. Now, people ask me, how are you going to pay for all of this? Now, how are you going to pay for all of this as a mayor? You're going to raise the taxes? Well, my plan is to borrow the money, is to, go out and get to the bond market like we do, which is municipalities go out and sell bonds, and they get the proceeds and they fix what they need to fix. And we need to do that today. Our bond rating is at a great point. Interest rates are going up right now, that's my fear, but it's still at a point, or we will be at a point where we can manage, because the debt service to a bond float, which is what we call the loan, is much less. The impact to the taxpayer is much less than if we were to go out and expect the taxpayers to pay for these repairs up front. So that's how we'll pay for it. But the bottom line is this: we cannot delay any longer. We cannot wait until our sewer plant is irreparable, and then we start getting fines. We start getting sewage in the rivers and the streams and the ocean. We need to fix it once and for all. And yes, it's going to take some money, and yes, it's going to take some very strict financial management. But that's my plan. And my plan will get us to where we need to be much quicker, much more efficiently, and with the least amount of impact to our taxpayers.